Hey guys, it's Sharika and welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe before you leave. I would love to have you. So today we have my brother Ryan here.
Waffle.
And we are doing a crawfish seafood boil. We have crawfish, sausage, potatoes, limes, my mayo mustard dip here. And for today's drink, what are we gonna call this? Tutti Frutti?
Fresh and fruity.
We'll go with it. Let's roll with it.
Good.
Hey y'all, happy Monday. You can turn it down a little bit if you want to.
Yes, yes. You heard my stomach growling when you was doing your intro?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, that was real basic. We didn't say grace name.
Oh, snap. Golly. Okay, go ahead. Yeah, I'm so hungry. I'm just like all over the place today.
Yes.
But hey y'all, happy Monday. So Ryan's here today to join us on story time.
Yeah, I'm here for the tea.
For all the teas.
I'm just here to listen.
Ryan does have a channel. You want to tell me your channel?
Black Denim, that's BLCK Denim. Check me out for recipes and mukbangs.
So good. Okay, so we're gonna jump right into story time.
Stop it.
It might be a little tough trying to suck on these crawfish. But today's story time is from a show called See No Evil. I think that's probably like one of my favorite shows that come on the ID channel. So, it was a girl named Missy. A girl named Missy. Missy was 21 years old. And one day, Missy told her mom she was going to hang out with some friends. She liked to ride her bike to get like her exercise in and stuff. So she told her mom, she said, I'm gonna go hang out with some friends. I'll be back later on. So her mom was like, okay. The next morning was the day of her little brother's high school graduation. So everybody's scrambling through the house, trying to get ready, you know, making sure they're on time. They're knocking on the door telling Missy, get up, Missy, get up.
She went.
Missy never came out. So the mom decided she was gonna go ahead and go in the room. She went in the room. Missy's bed was still made up, which means she didn't come home last night.
But how's she gonna go to sleep not knowing that the girl ain't home?
Well, she is 21.
I mean, I'm 25. Mama be like, what's up?
Okay.
What's the take?
Why didn't you call?
Right.
Sitting at the door waiting on in the chair. So the sister, they look just alike. Like people thought they was twins. They look just alike. So she texted and she like, you being very irresponsible right now. You know that we got Josh. We'll just call him Josh. We got Josh graduation. You need to meet us there, but you need to wake up. We know you had a little fun last night, but you need to wake up and meet us at the graduation because we're leaving. They get to the graduation, no Missy. So by the time they got home, the mom started getting a little worried because she's like, you know, Missy is very responsible. If she tell us she gonna be late, she always give us a time. If she tell us she gonna be early, she gonna give us a time, and she's always there by the time she says she gonna be there. She don't just come up missing. That's just not like her. So these crawfish is so good.
So good. I'm gonna you try to tell the story. I know you have no hard time.
I know.
But you want to eat.
So they start calling around some of her friends. And one of the friends said, well, check Jimmy's house because that's who she was with last night. That's her best friend. So they like called Jimmy because they were together last night. So they called Jimmy and Jimmy was like, yeah, we went to the bar last night and we hung out for a bit and then she left my house about 1:45 in the morning. So they're like, okay. They start walking around the neighborhood, like the trail that she would take from his house, because he lived like 5 miles away.
5 miles?
Yeah, that's like right up the street. I'll walk 5 miles. That ain't nothing.
Girl,
So,
I'm tired now.
So they start, you know, walking, trying to see if, you know, she was like in a ditch, anything, like just walking around the neighborhood trying to find her. They couldn't find her, so they decided to call the police. The police came out and the investigation began. The first person they went to, of course, is Jimmy, because that's who last saw Missy. So they went over there to his house.
Asking all them questions.
Asking all them questions. And he said, you know, they hung out at the bar. They had a few beers. They left. They went to Taco Bell. Came back home. You enjoying yourself?
Good story too.
Good. So, of course, they went to the club. They pulled the surveillance cameras. The surveillance cameras, they saw them sitting over there talking, having a beer. Exactly what he said. The detectives wanted to know if they were romantically involved in any way without, you know, everybody knowing. But they wasn't like holding hands. None of that stuff.
They weren't holding hands, none of that stuff.
Yeah, they wasn't holding hands or none of that stuff. They were just in there just hanging out, having a good time. No arguments, nobody followed them, nothing. So he just seemed so nervous. They were like putting the pressure on him heavy.
Right.
So they went inside his house, you know, looking to see if they can maybe find some blood, any type of signs of a struggle, anything like that. They didn't find anything. So he asked, the detectives asked Jimmy, well, what trail did she take? What route did she take to get home? So the way that he said that she usually go, there's no street cameras, any businesses or anything that she would have to pass by. So they said, okay, well, we're going to try a different route because we don't see a bike laying around. We don't see, you know, no shoes, no nothing that we can go off of. So they decide to take another route. They spot her on the gas station security camera. Right.
So she went the other route.
She went a different way. So that ruled him out. So a good thing she went that way because she went in an area where there's a lot of businesses and surveillance cameras and stuff like that. So they were able to track her for a good little while. You know, they'll see her pass one store, so they know, okay, well, she got to go past this store to get home. So let's go to this place, look for the surveillance camera and watch that video. So they were able to do that for a good little minute. Up until the last store.
My stomach getting nervous. The
last store, it was a big gap. So they would have got a clear picture of her. It was only a mile away from her house. She didn't drive by. She didn't ride by on her bike on that last stop. So they knew between the last camera footage and the camera that she did, that's where somebody did something to her. So now they like, okay, we gotta find out which cars that were passing by during that time. I mean, I like the way they think. That's what I'm telling y'all. I could be a detective, okay? She was like, we're gonna look at the cars that passed by. Because it was like almost 2 o'clock in the morning. There's not too many people out. So, y'all following?
Right, because that shot down my throat.
So, it was 3 cars on the road in this particular time frame. Okay? The 2 cars, one person worked over there. The second person, I think they were just coming from a club or something. It didn't match up. Or they were ruled out. There was a white truck, F-150.
Why it always gotta be a white truck?
Right. And you know how I feel about the white trucks. I would not park my car by a white truck. I don't know, a white van, or just messes with me, I guess, because I watch all these crime shows. So that was the only one they could not get a clear shot of the license plate. So they kind of backed the, now that they know that they're looking at this white truck, they backed the footage up and tracked the white truck from the surveillance tapes around the neighborhood. So they saw where he was gonna make a left turn, backed up, and turned in Missy direction. So they say, oh, so he on her trail, right?
That's so scary.
Hold up. That just hit me.
Don't edit that out.
So they figure, okay, this is the guy that's on her trail. Now they just have to narrow down the exact truck that it was. So they sent the footage over to like a Ford dealership, and they told them the exact make and model, which they said it was thousands of those trucks in that city, so it was gonna be a little hard. But they got a tip. There was a bicycle found in the lake. When they pulled the bicycle out of the lake, they had the family come down. It was Missy's bike. Now the bike had been hit. So now they're thinking, okay, somebody did a hit and run, panicked, and did something to Missy. So just so happened, you know, they can, once they run all types of tests, they can find out what type of vehicle hit the bike. And it was the white truck that hit the bike.
Really?
I'm telling you, they be busting that thing all the way down. Okay.
Like a blink. No.
So as they were running the surveillance cameras like different places, they saw what they think was the exact same truck on the expressway with a good picture of the license plate number. Now on the back of the truck, it had a 2x4. It had like a white cooler on the back. They were able to see it on the footage when they just, you know, rewind and tape. And on the night of them seeing him following Missy, you couldn't really see it because the footage was grainy, but they could see the 2x4 and they could see the white cooler, so they knew it was the same people. So all of a sudden, they get a call. They just found a white truck burning in an alley.
Wow.
Okay. The white truck has been burnt. But they were able to save the license plate. So they matched the license plate from the footage, which they know that was the same truck that was on Missy's tail because of the things that were in the back of the truck. They just didn't have that clear shot of the license plate. So they matched that license plate up with the other license plate. It matched. So they pull up the information to see who the license plate was linked to. He in the system because he is a registered sex offender.
Wow.
Okay. He went to jail for 10 years for doing something he had no business doing.
Right.
Yeah. Not only is he a licensed sex offender, somehow they tracked down that he was in the hospital because he checked himself in the hospital because he had to get stitches on his back because he had stab wounds in his back, in his fingers, throat, where they almost got him good. He said he was robbed. They went and arrested that fool. So when they arrested him, of course he denied it. And the police told him, you just don't know the type of trouble you in because we got a whole list of stuff that puts you on the scene. So when the attorney, he, of course he said, okay, he wanted an attorney. They had to end the interview. But they still was able to kind of link him to it because his vehicle was there. So they went to the family and they said, we need for you, we need for you to do something for us. We're gonna have to basically work out a deal with him in order for him to give us the information that we need. So they agreed to take the death penalty off the table in order for him to tell them where her body is. Oh. And he agreed to it. So he had to tell the full story on what happened, like what did he do to her. He told the detectives the whole story and pointed out, you know, where he buried her at and everything. So he buried her in a cemetery. He said that he saw her riding down the street. He kind of hit the back of the bike so she can fly off. Mm-hmm. Whenever he got out of the truck, he thought that she was unconscious because she was a bad little mamma jamma, okay? He thought she was passed out. He put her in the truck. By the time he put her in the truck, when he came back around, she had a knife out. She had her pepper spray. She sprayed him. She started stabbing that fool. Everything like she did. She was a tough one. Yeah. She started stabbing him. And then somehow he got the knife away from her and he started stabbing her. Then she passed out, but came to again and started stabbing him again. And then that's how he got like all the stab wounds. Like she stabbed him up good. Only thing, like she probably could have got away because he had a gun. Mm. And that's
so he was mad.
Yeah. And that's what happened. Mm. So he got life in jail, but he won't be doing the he won't get the death penalty. I said, oh my goodness. Without them surveillance cameras on those businesses and stuff, he would have got away, yeah. You know? Because I'm telling y'all, they broke that thing down so good. Like, I need to be a detective.
Girl.
I'd be so into it too.
That just stressed me.
It's crazy.
This sauce is delicious.
It is. Can you taste the little spice I put in it?
Mm-hmm. I know exactly what it is.
Little 2 times spicy.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
Yeah, y'all go follow Ryan. I know y'all been missing him.
Girl, I just been doing my own little Barbie team, you know. Mm-hmm. My own little Barbie team.
He's been doing a lot of catering and stuff like that here in Jacksonville.
And in Orlando. It's on Florida.
Yeah.
I just came to eat, that's all.
Okay, I just can't eat for y'all, that's all. He will travel to y'all if y'all want him to cook for y'all, but you have to pay the travel fee.
On period.
You gonna look at me like that. But how many people was at the catering gig that you just did? Or how many people you had to cook for?
Last night.
Oh, it was last night?
Yeah.
Oh, I know.
In Jacksonville.
Oh, okay.
It was 5 kids and 3 adults.
Oh, so it was just like a Father's Day.
Mm-hmm. I cooked some bomb salmon. That salmon was so good. I did Parmesan crusted steak. Excuse me, shrimp skewers. That was like the entree. For the appetizer, I did lobster bisque and crab cakes. And then on the entree, the sides was mashed potatoes and broccoli.
So what do? Do you like come up with your own menu with different options and let them pick, or do you let them just tell you what they want?
Well, people just go by what I post on social media. Like the meals that I do on my YouTube, they're like, I want that. So I'm like, oh, okay. And then I charge them accordingly.
Mm-hmm.
And every meal comes with a complimentary bottle of wine.
Oh, that's cute. Okay, guys, so I hope you're done eating. If you're eating with us, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to click the next 2 videos at the bottom of the screen. Don't forget to follow Ryan. What's your information?
That's Black Denim. That's BL or Denim. And I'm sure you have it in the description.
Yeah, I have it in the description
and
box
you'll see it in the comment as well.
To click on his video and go subscribe. You guys will not be disappointed because he is a whole fool. All right, y'all. We'll see you on the next one. Bye, y'all.